Carlos is calling us from Fort Lauderdale. Carlos, how can John and I help you?
Hey, guys. How you guys doing?
Focused and not finished, my friend. How are you?
Pretty good. So I guess I'll give you a little bit of background. It's more of, I guess, to get some opinion more than a question directly. So I'm 27, live at mom's house. I work remote, so I make around 130 a year, software developer. So my main issue is financially. I would say my mom isn't the most a savvy person. You know, she's wealthy. She's had money coming in most of her life, but recently I'm Venezuelan. So, the situation got real bad. So it's got to a point that her income is more just on investments. Mm-hmm. So she's racking in around 50 something a year, but she lives way above her means. So, I'm having to constantly contribute and kind of hand her money. Which is not necessarily a problem, but my main problem is just seeing it spent so stupidly, right? So like I'll get Friday or something, a random day she'll come in and, be freaking out about expenses and about money. And so I'll obviously give her whatever she needs. And then the next 2 days or 3 or whatever, I'm seeing, takeout being ordered and money just being spent left and right,
Got
in
you.
manners.
Carlos, hold on a sec. Hey, wait, whoa. Yeah. Well, you're properly caffeinated. You're ready to roll, buddy. All right. Hold on a minute. Now, do you live with your mom or does your mom live with you?
No, I live with her.
See, I thought you said I'm a 27-year-old making $130,000 who still lives with my mom, and I'm calling the Dave Ramsey Show to talk about how she needs to get her stuff together. And so I want to back up a little bit, man. Like, what are you doing still living at home making $130,000?
I'll be honest, man. I lived alone for a few years. My mom is divorced, and it's just to save money. I didn't see the need for me to live kind of my own. She is alone now, and she has, she's not in the best spot in her life. She went through a bad divorce a few years back, so she has a lot of pets in the house. It's a lot hard for her to kind of be alone right now.
Sure.
I'm planning on leaving. I'm looking at houses right now. I have my pre-approval letter. I used to live a little further away, in Georgia, actually. Now I'm in
well, how is she irresponsible with money? Like, what does she do? You said she'll order some takeout. What else does she do?
Just living above her means, right? Just kind of, if you're making $50,000 a year, you should, live under $50,000 a year, right? So we live in a 5-bedroom house before because we were, 4 guys and my mom and dad, and now it's just her in a huge house alone, which is not needed, right? So
is the home paid for?
I would say about 60%. So I think it's $800,000. I think we have like $500.
And are you paying rent while you're there?
I'm not paying rent, which is why obviously I have no problem kind of passing it along. It's just I hate to see somebody kind of my main problem is mentally, right? Coming in and freaking out about finances, asking for money, then spending it instead of spending it in bills and stuff.
So Carlos, brother, this is a hard truth. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't. You can sit down with her. You can buy her Financial Peace University. You can set a good example. But at the end of the day, one of the most significant challenges young folks face is when their grown adults are making poor decisions or not healthy decisions or bad financial decisions, and you're just watching somebody you love make knuckleheaded moves. It's a lot like your parents probably experienced when they were raising you as a teenager, right? They love you, and you're making knucklehead teenage decisions. At the end of the day, you can't change your mom's behavior.
Yeah. Did she freak out when you told her you were planning to move out?
Yes and no. Obviously, she knows that she shouldn't freak out, but it was definitely on the negative side. I mean, I think we could make it obviously work. It's not like I'm going to be moving out hours away. It's probably like under a 30-minute drive. I guess one of the things, it's been around, I don't know, 50,000 around the past year or so that comes out of my pocket to kind of fund the excess lifestyle. So I guess should I keep enabling that? It's not a problem because it's not like she's super negative on the financial side, right? Having investments, the $50,000 a year is technically off of investment. So her explanation is like, look, whatever you give me, I'll just give you back from the assets. She has assets, just not cash flow, right?
I'm with you. I think it would be healthy for you to have a dollar amount that you're contributing, obviously to the household. But I think more importantly, it's this time frame that you're going to move out and go live your life. I think that's going to be absolutely imperative, and giving your mom a proper heads up. of when that's going to happen, I think is important. And, as you are giving her the money, how she handles it, as John said, you can't parent your parent.
Once you give her that money, it's her money.
It's
right?
hers. And so it's be a matter of pointing her in the right direction, letting her know, about the Total Money Makeover and for Ramsey Plus and things of that nature, tools that'll help her if she's going to use it, my friend. And so that's the reality. That's tough, but, like you said, you can't be responsible after you give someone a gift.
And so, Carlos, here's what I would do. I would sit down with my mom and say, Mom, in 6 months, I'm planning on getting a house. And as part of this transition, I'm going to start paying rent for the next 6 months. And this is the money I'm going to give you. I'm going to pay you $1,000 a month for my room. I'm going to pay you $500 a month for living in your house, whatever y'all agree on.
Right.
That's the money I'm going to write you a check for every month, and the rest of it's going to go into my down payment.
Yep.
So she's got 6 months to plan on you stepping out. You feel good about paying for this, and it's not this leaking out of your pocket.
Right. That's right.
And then you can have a clean transition.
What we're doing is putting some structure on this thing.
It's a boundary.
Right now, it's loosey-goosey.
That's right.
And so now, with your mom having 6 months heads up, she can find a roommate. Let her figure it out, but don't try to save the day in that. But I do like the idea of having that structure and that time frame, so you can start to move forward, and you can, do it with confidence and know where you are.